Welcome to this week's Pick a Card reading. We have a new deck to play with this week. This is the Immortal Cycle deck that I'll be working on for a little while before it's released to everybody else. So let's see how it works. This is my first reading with it for other people. I have been doing a little bit of work with it one-on-one, but let's have a look at how this deck reads. And you can take a look at some of the images. So you may want to choose a group for yourself and then take a look at the other groups just to check out the new cards. So take a moment, see which number resonates with you most today. We have group 1, group 2, and group 3. And I'll be back with your reading about group 1. Group 1, the card that you've drawn is Selfless Sacrificer. This is a card of the giver, the card of the person that puts other people's needs before their own. So here it's saying, what is it that you've had to give up for the sake of others? Where have you had to suppress or dim your light, filter yourself for the sake of others? This spread brings in a little bit of energy of fatigue, being selfless, being a giver to the point that it's worn you thin. It feels like at times you may get a little sick of having to be the one that sacrifices or gives all the time without much coming back your way. And by that I mean appreciation, gratitude, or even reciprocated energy back to you. There seems to be an imbalance of give and take going on around you in a certain situation. So this card is asking you, what have you had to give up in your life? What have you had to sacrifice? What part of yourself have you had to suppress for others? So here on the cards, the spread that we have for you, we have effort, magnetism, inner wisdom, and effects. Now this shows a person that has got a good strength of willpower, persistence, courage, desire, relentless desire to achieve. It shows that you have to muster your energy here. Don't give up. It's about regrouping, restructuring, finding a way to bring your energy back to you, mustering back your energy. It's about not giving up and putting in the effort where needed, even though it sometimes feels like you're the one that always has to put the effort in. So there looks like there's an imbalance here. But what it is saying is that just because other people are not putting in the effort doesn't mean that you should stoop to their low. Don't sacrifice who you are, or suppress your energy, or fight battles in the depth where other people hold their energy. So what I'm feeling out of this here is that you feel like you've been filtered. You're feeling like you have to be careful what you have to say. You don't want to offend anyone. You don't want to upset anybody. You feel like you're maybe even a people pleaser with these two cards, with that giving card and suppression card. You dim your own light for the sake of other people, even though you have a really good strength of energy here. If people only knew how strong you are, how you could do things on your own, but you choose to nurture others. It's part of your path. For some of you, I feel there's a little bit of resilient energy, meaning that it's gone on for a very long time. You're maybe a little bit emotionally over having to filter yourself, dim your own light, or constantly give to other people. What the cards are saying here is that your magnetism, your energy, ripples out and affects other people. So when you're feeling worn down like this, other people are going to feel that as well. So other people somehow rely on you whether that's on a physical level through what you do, or whether that's because of the energy that you send out. Other people are drawn to your energy, and your energy affects other people. So when you're feeling really low and run down, suppressed, belittled, then you're not shining your beautiful magnetic light. So it's asking you to keep this in mind. You need to put in the extra effort when needed to make sure you're always carrying your magnetic energy, because this draws opportunities towards you and not away from you. And you have to learn to not suppress your gifts. Don't mute your flame. Don't dim your light for anybody. So some situations you have to stand up and put yourself first. Now, what you do affects other people, but you feeling drained, that affects them in a negative way. So you standing up in your own light and not suppressing your energy, it will affect people eventually in a positive way, because it will make you more magnetic. We have the inner wisdom card here. It's about unlocking knowledge or wisdom or remembering. So remembering your true power, your magnetic energy. This is the effort card. It's very Capricorn. It's very earth suit. It's about putting in the effort, carrying the load for yourself and continuing to keep moving, but also carrying the load for others when they need that help from you. So it shows energy of people pleasing, but nurturing energy as well. Energy of the carer, the giver. This is part of your core essence that makes you magnetic and makes certain people attracted to you. So here sometimes you need to have boundaries as well. You need to learn when people are only attracted to you because they can see that you're going to be helpful to them without them having to give anything in return for that help. It's about being cautious of being a pushover or being drained from your vital energy. So here it's very important for you to maintain your high energy but have boundaries, filters to protect your energy. Now your energy affects other people, but if you're allowing it to be drained by everybody, it's not only going to affect your vital energy, it affects everybody else and everything else around you, because you magnetize by what you feel. You draw opportunities toward yourself, positive or negative. So it's really important to make sure you put in the effort to protect your own energy here. But on the positive note here, we have that you're unlocking knowledge and remembrance. You're learning to stand in your power, learning to stand in your truth and not mute your flame, to protect your energy, to have boundaries, to say no. So these cards here, group 1, show a person that's maybe been a giver for a very long time. You may have worn your energy very low. You have a beautiful magnetic energy that draws certain people towards you. Maybe you feel like you can change certain people, that you can help them. But you need to make sure that you have boundaries so that they do not affect you. Group 1, I hope that this resonates with you, and I hope that it helps you in some way. And I will see you again next week for your Immortal Cycle reading. Welcome back, Group 2. Okay, Group 2, the card that you've drawn, that you picked from your spread, was the Hearth Keeper. This is all about comfort zone. It's about your sanctuary, the space that love creates when the world is in chaos. So it's finding that solitude, going within, having a sanctuary or a safe space. Now, the energy that you've drawn in your cards today, we have a little bit of regret or torment and wondering what if or why. So maybe you're thinking about the past in some way. I did feel this energy being 4th house related to house, family or home. So maybe you've got some kind of regrets about a certain path you've taken, a decision you've made, or a certain situation going on around you now. There's a little bit of regret growing on around you. This is the wound bearer, the person that has been through the trenches, the battles, the war, the person that has struggled in certain areas of your life, and holding back and looking at, or nostalgic energy of looking at, what if your life was different? What if you chose a different path? What if you had more opportunities? So here the card is saying you need to reprogram that. You are in control of your destiny and you are in control of your path. So instead of sitting back into past energy, childhood issues, home, family upbringing, you need to turn this energy around. Use your Hearthkeeper card as your sacred space, your sanctuary. Find ways to make this your comfort zone. Maybe at this time you're needing solitude, to be away from energy around you to build your own energy. It's the hermit cloak, that time of going within. It's a time to be alone, to recharge your energy, to be alone in your sacred space, inside of your comfort zone. So the regret sitting on top of the reprogram is indicating that you need to transform what you can transform in the now. Instead of dwelling on what happened in the past, start to focus on what you can change now. This is a card of learning to play the game, mastering the rules, and rewriting the code. So what that means is that learning to play the game of life on an energetic level, on a spiritual level, learning to be the writer of your blueprint, learning how to direct the path that your life is going, not by focusing on your past, on your regrets, by focusing on what you're manifesting in the future. This is a strength card. It's a powerful card that indicates you have the power to rewrite your blueprint. Don't stand for the things that you've grown up with in the past, the situations around you that have made you feel that you've had to endure difficulties. Don't stand for that anymore. Rewrite that code. Take your power back and write the path that you want to have, that's in your best interest. The theory decoder is about logic, it's about the mind, it's about mentalism and intelligence, but it's also about you manifest what you think. So here it's about reprogramming your mind to think differently. You attract what you put out, what you think. So here it's about not thinking about regrets and difficulties that you go through right now or that you've been through in the past. Instead, it's about reprogramming that logical mind to think about what is best for you in the future. Now, you may have to take a time of solitude and sanctuary and going within your comfort zone while you build your energies to transform into something new. But eventually you're going to have to come out of your comfort zone, step out of your solitude, and re-engage with the world once again. But for now, this time is about just accepting that your path, your past, has built you and created what you are now. It's created your strengths. It's created the person that you've become. But it doesn't have to dictate what happens in your future. This is where the reprogramming comes in. Reprogramming your mind to think a certain way, but not to be regretful of your past, because it's given you the strength to be who you are now. Maybe for some of you feel like you don't want to face public. You don't want to go out and mix with other people. You're feeling a little bit like the hermit. They're saying at this time it is okay to be in your comfort zone, especially if the world around is feeling too chaotic. But eventually you're going to have to step out into the world. We have the decoding, deciphering signs and information. This is about looking at synchronicities around you, things that keep repeating or coming up over and over again, and learning to decode and understand why these things are happening. It's part of your reprogramming. If you can understand on the mental or logical the information, decode the signs and synchronicities that are coming in, understand them on the mental, it's going to help you reprogramming for your future moving forward. So group 2, the energy that I'm feeling around you is somebody that likes to be in their comfort zone, likes that solitude, likes that hermit energy, doesn't really want to go out and doesn't enjoy mixing with other people. Maybe you're dealing with wounds that are resurfacing from your past and you're feeling like you just can't deal with any other trauma or any other chaos from the outside world. And at this time, that is okay to do that. You need to do what is best for you at this time. But for the future, you need to process, reprogram your thoughts, decode the synchronicities to understand them better, and program the future that you really want to have through your mental activity. Instead of focusing on the past, you need to focus on the future. Focus on the present is building your energy, but the future is yet to be written. So thank you for joining me, Group 2. I hope that this resonates with you, and I will see you again next week. Welcome back, Group 3. Now, the card that you've selected, Group 3, is the card of Forge. It's the Forge Keeper. This is the one that's having the power to break, build, or reshape. So it shows the strength of power that you have. You are the controller of your own destiny. I do see beautiful opportunities and positive energy coming your way. You have the ability and you know how to play the game. You know how to use your power to shape your destiny. You are the Forge Keeper. We had the Awakener, enlightenment. Truth ignites as the soul remembers. So this is about awakening to truth, awakening to your true power. This is very action-orientated energy that you have. You seek exciting opportunities, adventure, or new doors opening. You have that energy or that ability to shape things by your desires. Here you have enlightenment. It's igniting in you as your soul remembers what it came here for. The Control and Dominance card shows a very organized person. Somebody likes to control the outcome, be organized, take control of every part of your life here. Control with Forge is about somebody that has these strong abilities to shape and dominate your path. You may have to be careful of being too where the boundaries lie between organization, planning, dominance, control, and harmonic flow of the universe. So you need to know when to strive forward, when to forge ahead, and when to let go and let the universe guide you. Part of this comes with awakening to truth and knowledge and remembering who you really are. Many opportunities and new doors are opening and coming your way, but partially because you make that happen for you. You set your sights on a goal and you make it happen. You stay focused and in control. Now the weight bearer is showing a path coming your way, a new door that is opening that's going to take a bit of energy to forge this path. Now, while I see you being a everything you touch turns to gold kind of person, a person that has the ability to prosper in anything you do, I do see this being a little bit of a toll-taking energy, meaning that it's going to take a lot of energy to get this off the ground, whatever it is that you're thinking about. There might be times of mental strain, spiritual fatigue, or physical burnout. Now, sometimes being a very controlling person, a very person that likes to stay focused, somebody that likes to set themselves goals and get them done. Maybe you're just a really hard worker. Somebody that just is always busy, always active, always opening new doors. But sometimes that can make you feel drained. It can lead you to a point where you're feeling just mental strain, just spiritual fatigue, or just complete physical burnout. So while I see you are having a very good amount of powerful energy to forge and create your path, your destiny, open new doors of opportunity, I do see sometimes you need to take a break. You need to rest at points, get away from it all, step outside of your little control system so you don't get burnout, weariness. Take a break, simply is what it means. You've got some beautiful doors unlocking and opening in your future because you've set the intentions and the path and the stepping stones. The doors will be opening, but why don't you, while that's happening, take a little break just so you're ready for it when it happens? Now, maybe you've already had the new doors already start to open. Maybe that new doors means new changes, which means building something, being in control, being very task orientated to achieve and get things done. And maybe now you're starting to feel wary, starting to feel like, okay, I am grateful for the path that I've been on. I'm grateful for what I've achieved and the opportunities that have come my way. But I'm also grateful for the opportunity to step in nature and recharge my energy. Group 3, I hope this resonates with you, and I will see you again next week.